Hi again, let's continue our lesson 3 about how to write Arabic. This is part 2. And here I'm going to explain the letter forms, and also I'll give example words for each. Let's start with the first 4 letters. They are Alif, Ba, Ta, and Tha. Since Ba, Ta, and Tha have the same forms and that they are only different in the dots, I'll take Ba as an example. And here I will start with Alif, the initial form, and here is the medial form, and it's also the final. Also with the initial and the isolated forms, they are also the same in Alif. But notice when we write Alif with Lam, it has a different way to be written. This is Lam, and this is Alif. This forms the word La in Arabic, which means no. And also there is another way that it is written. This is Lam, and this is Alif, and this is also La. And now I'll write the 4 forms of Ba. This is the initial, the medial, the final, and this is the isolated. And I'll put every form in a word and an example word to make it more clear. Here is the initial form. This word is Bab. This is the initial Ba, and this is the isolated Ba. And here's, we can consider this as the medial Alif. Is Bab, which means door. And notice here the medial Ba and the word Yalbas, which means he wears in the present simple. And this is the final form of Ba, the word Jalaba, which means he brought in the past simple. Now I'll write example words for Ta. This is the initial Ta. This word is Taba, which means repented in the past simple. And here is the medial Ta in the word Yatub. Yatub means repent, or he repents in the present simple. And this is the final Ta in the word Bayt, which means house. And this is the isolated ta in the word aswat. And now I'll write example words for the letter tha. And here I'll start with the initial tha. This is thawb, which means garment. And here is the medial tha in the word yajthum, which means he couches in the present simple. And here is the final tha in the word makatha. Makatha, which means he stayed. And here is the isolated tha in the word athath, which means furniture. The initial form of the letter is not a must to be in the beginning of a word. It also comes in the middle, like for example, the letter tha in the word Jurthuma, and here the letter tha. See you in part 3.